Hello, good morning, everyone.
Hi, Fiona. Would you like to do a quick self-introduction so that we can all get to know you better?
Hey, so my name is Fiona. I run a homegrown bakery called Wisdom Cookies and Brownies. We specialize in just these two products at this point in time. So Wisdom started as a passion project in 2014 for myself, where I would just sell bakes to like random family and friends and some occasional strangers who inquire. And after I went into full-time banking, Wisdom sort of took the back seat. It became a baking diary on Instagram for me to share my bakes, my experimentations, and etc. When the pandemic hit, which we're all familiar with, right? Work from home was instituted across all industries. So that was when I had increasing queries by the day for people looking to get gifts and care packages for their friends. And that's when I decided, hey, there could be an opportunity here to pivot from banking to baking.
I see. Okay, but definitely it sounds very scary, like for you to just like get out of what a lot of people would consider relatively stable. I don't think it's iron per se, but it's still a very stable rice bowl, and to just leap into the unknown of the baking world. No doubt I think we will all agree that wow, it's nice to indulge in your treats and all, but I'm just wondering how did you actually overcome the challenges, and what are some of the challenges that you faced?
I think one of the key challenges for myself was really trying to set up shop in the midst of the entire pandemic, right, and scale up operationally. So I had a wait list that was building up because I was juggling my daytime job and then my nighttime baking like side job, right? So the list was building up. I calculated on my own effort, it's going to take me 2.5 years to actually finish and complete the wait list. That was when, I felt that it was a bottleneck that I had to find a way and figure out around it lah. So I had all these fears thinking about, if I was to start up, will I be able to do it? What if I open up and then there's no demand and etc. So I think fear really cripples you when you keep playing all those scenarios in your head, and then you feel really challenged. So, but once you get that out of the way, right, you really feel that, hey, actually it's not that difficult after you have been there, done that. Yeah, so now we actually operate out of a central kitchen. We expanded into our new shop, and then you realize that, hey, all the thoughts that I had back then, actually it's not so bad. Like, was it difficult? Yes, but I learned a lot from it.
I see. Now I must say that I definitely applaud you for your courage stepping out of your comfort zone, especially during the pandemic, which is it's a very unfamiliar terrain to all, if not most of us. It's definitely not easy to decide and like, yes, I will just take that leap of faith. I think even in normal times it's quite challenging, what's more during the pandemic. So of course, everybody, as you're enjoying our session here today, this morning, we would like to encourage you to pose your questions via the chat function, so that if we do have some time later on, we will be picking up some of the Q&A to answer your queries. Okay, so I believe everybody all knows that to actually set up and build a business from scratch is definitely not an easy task. And so on top of Fiona today, we also have two other special guests from LHUB who will be able to give us some insight, some tips and approaches on how to launch a side hustle into a viable business. Let's welcome Daniel and Link from LHUB. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Link.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our short webinar today.
Yes, thank you. Link, would you like to say hello?
Yeah, hi, everyone. I'm Link Yo. I'm a course consultant from NTUC LearningHub. So yeah, very good morning to everyone. If you are keen to expand your skill set, right, reach out to me directly. I'll be happy to suggest suitable training solutions for you.
That's right. So Daniel and Link will be telling us more about suitable programs available at LHUB and how we can tap on our skills future credit to actually turn these skills into profitable passion projects. Okay. So of course, thank you very much, Daniel and Link, for joining us here today. So to Link first, perhaps, do you have any tips for our friends out there who are wanting to start a home-based business to diversify income stream, and which courses are actually suitable for them, for someone who wants to turn their hobbies into a viable business?
All right. Yes, definitely. We have a course that is suitable for everyone that have intentions to start a business or would like to innovate their business ideas. Of course, it's not easy stepping out of your comfort zone in fear of making the wrong choice, especially in this increasingly competitive and accelerated world. But for those who are willing to step into the discomfort of uncertainty, you will definitely reap the biggest reward. I would like to get Daniel to explain more on the course. So over to you, Daniel.
Hi, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to say that, wow, Fiona, I think it's really amazing what you have done. Many of us just dream about starting business, and the fact is that you've been there and you went through the what you call the baptism of fire, right? And I think your journey is still continuing, and perhaps this is something that there's a lot we can learn from you as well, is it? For me personally, hi everyone. My name is Daniel. I'm Daniel Tiago, and I'm a trainer with NTUC LearningHub. And just to touch on the basis of what Fiona has shared with all of y'all, the thing is that NTUC LearningHub has got a lot of courses that may allow you to sort of like maybe consider the possibility of you starting your own business as well. And I see there's some chat coming on when people are asking questions like, what's your markup? I think, Fiona, these are questions you have to answer later, right? And how much do you charge? So it's something you all need to understand, that starting a business is not difficult. It's easy, but I think creating sustainability in your business, that's your challenge. So one of the workshops that we conduct at LHUB, if you're keen to commit yourself, is this thing called the business model canvas. And what you see on the screen is a simple perspective of what a business model canvas is. So for those of you out there, if you, even in your dream tonight, or maybe in the past, you have always thought to yourself that perhaps I think I want to start my own business. I want to resign from my job, which I hope you don't do it. I want to do something different. I want to follow my passion, my dream. Yes, go for it. But there's this statement by Sun Tzu in The Art of War. He says, right, make sure you plan first before you enter the battle, is it? And the planning stage comes with this thing called the business model canvas. And what you see here very briefly is that there are 9 things you need to consider for you to open up a business. So starting from the right-hand side, you need to understand first and foremost, who are your customer segments? I mean, what is your product or service that you're offering, and who are your customers? Secondly, what kind of customer relationship do you want to create with them? I mean, how would you want your customers to perceive your business? Like Fiona, if you notice from what she said, you could see she's creating a very personal touch in what she's doing, and she's very passionate about her business, and she had this idea from the age of 14. So she's obviously creating a very powerful relationship with people who comes to the shop to buy her product. And thirdly, the channels of communication. How are you going to communicate your business? And finally, the blue zone, right in the smack in the center, you need to also understand what is the value proposition that your business will give to your customers. That means when your customer walk out from your shop or walk out from your business, what is it that they have benefited from you? What is it that you're giving them that makes them the hero? That's your value proposition. And then when you go to the pink zone, the other 3 considerations you need to keep in mind to start a business is that who are your key partners? What kind of key activities you have to undertake to start your business rolling? The resources you need, one of it is money. How are you going to get it? Your resources could also be your raw products, perhaps even what you call labor, that is people who could help you in your business. And finally, ultimately, the $1 million question, how much is it all going to cost you? That's your cost structure. And eventually, how much are you going to earn? And that's your revenue stream. Now, if you look at this diagram, ladies and gentlemen, very objectively, these 9 questions are basically the business strategies you need to keep in mind, and it falls into what we call the 4 constraints of a successful business. And the 4 constraints is this: the blue zone represents what we call, is your business desirable to your customers? Are you giving something that your customers really want? Secondly, the pink zone is it feasible? That is it something that, you know, you just dream about it last night and then you want to do it, but to get it off the road, you don't have the resources, you don't have the capabilities, then you need to see what you can do to actually get the resources, the capabilities. And then the next thing is it viable? Is it something that you can make money out of it? I mean, we don't live in love and fresh air. True. And finally, how long will it last? So this is your sustainability. How sustainable is your business? So I'm sure Fiona is going to share with us a few more stuff, which you can draw some inspiration. And of course, don't stop there, because LHUB got a lot of courses that may also assist you in this journey. Right. Over to you, Karin.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I'll need you to unshare your screen, please. Thank you. Yes. So of course, everybody, thank you so much. We do see questions coming in, and we definitely appreciate the enthusiasm and the positivity. You know, I'm definitely sure that this is a very motivating session for those of you who are tuning in, and taking a proactive step-by-step approach can help you to create some form of structure to help you deal with the unknown, the unfamiliar terrain, all right? Especially when you want to set up a new business more confidently, all right? So of course, you know, by taking all the business challenges as an opportunity for you to explore further, I think also for you to propel your personal growth as well. So Daniel, I understand that you yourself, you're a business owner. And so, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things to do. We're all slowly resuming back to work from office. We are trying to realign back to life before COVID. You know, how exactly do you juggle all that you need to do within a day's work? And how do you prioritize on the things that you need to do first? What will some of your struggles or fears? You know, we appreciate if you could share more with us.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Karin. I started my own consultancy business way back in 2005, and it's been sustaining for 17 years as a partnership. And I can tell you this, it's a struggle. It's not as easy. So in some way, Fiona, I'm jealous of you, right? Okay. You came in fast and you did well, right? And this is something, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to share with you, right? It's not really a rosy picture out there. But it doesn't mean that you can't, you know, become the next Elon Musk or Richard Branson, right? It's a possibility, but you need to be committed to what you're doing. And for me, my commitment has been 17 years, and I'm telling you, it is still a struggle. Although I have seen a lot of challenges, that's why in many ways, Fiona, I can relate to what you said. And there were many sleepless nights balancing work. And for me personally, I still am a corporate trainer, and my consultancy work, which I do through my companies, sort of like compensate and fill in some of the gaps in the income, is it? But as I mentioned, it's something that takes a lot of effort. It's like the business is like a baby that never grows up, right? And you just like any babies, right? You have to change the diapers. You have to look after the baby, you have to feed the baby, you need to give it a lot of tender loving care, you need to feel the baby wanted, right? So that's how the business is. So that's how I describe a business, right? You know, it's like a baby never grows up, is it? So if amongst those of you, ladies and gentlemen, if you have that intention to do it right, please keep this in mind, okay? And I think as long as you are passionate about what you want to do, you find that the struggle is well worth the effort, because at the end of the day, when I go to bed in the night, right, I am still very happy that it's something that I own, is it? Like what we say sometimes, it's my baby, right? You know, coming back to Fiona, you know, yeah, that's my journey, right? But Fiona, would you like to, you know, I believe you also went through a lot of struggles, right? Would you like to share with the participants a bit of what was your journey like?
I think for myself, it was a lot on the transition from banking to baking, really leaving behind very stable career, salary, progression, and having to move away from that and then thinking about, am I really going to give that up and go and chase my passion, right? Can I really monetize this passion? So you have all these thoughts in your head, whereby you're just scared. What if you fail? What if after you choose to become a baker and then you don't meet people's expectations, or nobody is actually willing to pay for it? And what's going to happen to all the investment then? I mean, people tell me you can do very well during the pandemic, but what happens after the pandemic? So I had all these thoughts in my head, right? And I would say self-doubt is a better term. The way that has been very effective for me was really to classify all the things that I needed to do, the logistics, where do I find the customers, what are my distribution channels, packaging, sourcing, hiring, how to manage a team, exactly what you shared about the business canvas, right? And that has helped me put together, okay, what is the bare minimum I require to build a sustainable business? And then I weigh out my risk. How much investment am I willing to put in this? What is my burn rate? Burn rate referring to what's the leeway I have and that I can run this model, even if I have no customers, to keep my team afloat till a point where we actually acquire enough customers. So when you rank these things in importance and you know how much you're willing to lose, right? You kind of already round up your risk, ring fence your risk, you know where your risks are. And if you are willing to accept that risk and you think you can live with it based on, when you evaluate your risk, in conjunction with your other family commitments, the other liabilities that you have, right? And you feel that, hey, actually, it's not that bad. Then I'll say maybe it's time you consider actually going for it and chasing after your dreams.
Wow, thank you so much to Daniel and Fiona for sharing. I think a lot of times it's that, as a layman, we only see the success on the front, but we don't understand that all the hard work and the efforts and the thinking process that goes behind the scenes, and like what both of them have so graciously shared. I think fear is a key factor. It truly is something that could potentially engulf us, even as an employee, what more as, a new business owner trying to convert your hobby into a business at one time. Now, it definitely can seem very overwhelming, very complex in this ever-changing world, not made easier by COVID. So, Daniel, do you have any courses that would be able to provide some form of guidance?
Yes, I agree with what Corinne you just said, what Fiona just shared with us, right? And true, we NTUC have got a lot of courses, right? And just like to also share with you, right, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, is it? And if you look at the way the world is today, you find that we have to be what we call nimble. And what you see on the screen right now is that we are now going through a VUCA world, a world that is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And it's not just the COVID pandemic, it's also the fact that there's a lot of uncertainties in the world, and we don't even know what the future is going to be. So that is where you may find that it is, I would say this to you, right? The future is both frightening and fascinating. It's both frightening and very fascinating, right? It's frightening because there's a fear that we do not know what's going to happen in the future, but it's fascinating because, to quote Sun Tzu, the famous Chinese general who wrote The Art of War, he said that in the midst of chaos, there's also opportunities. So that's where LHUB has done a lot of research, and we have actually come up with courses that in many ways is intended to help improve our participants' bottom line. And one of the other courses we offer is how we can build an agile business strategy. And today, to fight this VUCA situation, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, you need what we call business agility. Agility means how your business, if you're intending to start it, is able to adapt quickly to market change, both internally and externally. How are you able to respond rapidly and flexibly to customer demands? So if you get past the natural thing like getting your ACCRA certification to register your business and getting the money to open a business, that's the easy part. The part that is really the challenging, right, is when you start to enter the jungle, the forest, right, and you don't know what kind of challenges you're going to face. So this requires you to adapt and lead change, right, in a productive, cost-effective way? And how do you actually manage a competitive advantage? So these are skill sets that you can learn. You can learn. It's not written in stone. It's something you can adapt, but the starting point is that you can start to acquire this knowledge so that you are entering the battle with the right weapons to take on the challenges that your business and the uncertainty ahead provides you. So over to you, Karim.
All right, thank you so much, Daniel. Once again, Daniel, could you unshare your screen, please? Well, definitely, I think, I appreciate what LHUB is doing over here. Is trying to provide you some guidance into this complex world of trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to be a startup, and trying to give you some structure, because it definitely helps to optimize the workflow for you to get rid of all that clutter inside your mind. And it also makes me, a bit excited to start thinking, is there anything that I could potentially venture into? All right. So Link, my next question to you is that, originally, I think a lot of times we like to have face-to-face classes, but then COVID has kind of changed the norm to online classes. And now we're trying to move back to life before COVID. So for these classes, are they actually conducted face-to-face at a certain venue, or are we doing it online?
All right. Our classes are actually conducted virtually online. And actually, for learning through a virtual classroom, right, it offers a lot of benefits that traditional programs do not. Okay, for example, you'll be able to access the coursework from anywhere at any time. So yeah, it's very flexible. You don't need to travel all the way to the campus now. And secondly, right, you can have more effective time management. Okay, so being at home is more comfortable. Okay, you can, apart from attending to the lesson, right, you can attend to some of your matters at home as well.
Yes, definitely. I think that being able to attend these classes at home definitely brings a lot more convenience, especially when we are already finding it challenging to handle things throughout, that you sometimes feel that 24 hours is simply not enough, and in fact, as things, as we move to a more online world, time management is definitely so much easier. One of which would definitely be grocery shopping. I think it's great that grocery shopping can now be done online, because we can skip the queue and then I can browse whatever I need whenever I want to at the my fingertips. And all these purchases, they're just delivered swiftly to my doorstep, making it so very fast and fuss-free. Okay, so Fiona, I'm pretty sure you need to do a lot of purchases, right, for all your baking and maybe for your personal consumption. How is it like?
We do use FairPrice online, actually. We have a business account. I'm not being paid to say this, but then it's really been a breeze checking out, like, because we don't actually know or foresee a lot of the demand can suddenly increase when we get a corporate order, etc. So we run out of things like very quickly, right? And those are what I would call like you kind of cannot predict those orders. So when that happens and then we run out of something, we always turn to FairPrice online, because we know that we can schedule in a time slot and it will definitely come. Yeah, so that has saved us a lot of time, taking time to go down to actually pick it up from the store as well.
Well, definitely. I think the FairPrice app is definitely something that all of you need to download if you haven't already got it. It's made things so much more convenient. You could order it anywhere, anytime. When you're zooming in and out of meetings, you can just use your app and just do a quick browse, a quick search, and just get your purchases. And of course, nowadays we don't need to worry about going out to the markets. And maybe some of us, if we have the dependables at home, perhaps you're still a bit worried about the COVID situation. So you don't have to worry about going out and like, would I be getting some exposure, all these kind of things. So on the best part is that, with the FairPrice app, we can even enjoy exclusive promotions and collect link points as well. Now, for those of you, if you are a digital club member, you can even have the service fee waived off and enjoy members exclusive promotion. Now, I think for myself, right, I work as an MC, I do freelance radio work, and I'm soon to be mom. So it definitely helped me to save a ton of time, and this is my little secret to help you tackle all the little things in life that I hope all of you will be able to tap on and be able to enjoy the great convenience, all at home. Now, speaking of which, I am very excited to share with all of you that FairPrice is providing a special promo code to all of you, okay? Those of you who are attending, you can enjoy $8 off $70 on baby products. Now, all you need to do is that when you check out, remember to enter this promo code THIB8. Okay, THIB8. It's available from now all the way till 3rd May. And my colleagues have just put it into the chat function, so all of you guys can check it out. Now, so of course, this is perfect for parents. There are tons of different kinds of milk powder, diaper, baby stroller, baby furniture, and so much more. Now, for those of you, maybe your kids have already grown up or you don't have any, don't worry, okay? We haven't forgotten about you, because later on, we are giving away FairPrice e-vouchers, okay? Up to $350 worth, so you may just be the lucky one. Stay tuned to find out more, all right?
All right. Yes, I agree with Karine on the convenience of the FairPrice app. So I also top up I also purchase my groceries and get essentials via the FairPrice app as well. So this app is really very convenient. Not only can I order groceries, I can even use it to pay in stores. And yeah, there are promotions going on at a lot of stores when you use the FairPrice app. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I would say that, as consumers, and especially if you are going to convert your hobby into business, then you need to be very careful with your expenses. You want to tap on every single promotion available out there, right? So with our FairPrice app, it's going to make your life so much easier. And of course, going to make things so much more convenient for all of us. All right, so now let's move back to the main topic, shall we? So Fiona, there's something that I'm still very curious about, customers' expectation. We worship our customers like God and goddesses, but at the same time, they are also the cause of our biggest headaches, our biggest frustrations, So how exactly do you go about managing your customers' expectations? I've heard that you've got a really long waiting list going on.
So here's the thing, right? When I was baking on my own, we started the wait list. I still remember because we were selling out in like 60 seconds. People were like badgering me. Then sometimes they scolded me. They were like, "You sell in 60 seconds? Like, how is it possible? Do you even put anything out for sale and etc." So I get a lot of these like angry messages every day, right? That was me at like 16 hours of work, 8 hours day shift, then 8 hours of baking, and then coming to that message. And then realizing that, wow, really, like, can I really do this on my own or not? So that was when I really started thinking, hey, I really had to scale this up. And then when I put together my business plan, I knew that my customers were the ones that I had to focus on. Because me being unable to meet their demand is a mismatch of expectations. You will agree with me, right? Because they came to you, they expected to get something, they were there on time, and then, hey, you didn't have anything to sell them. So I didn't want to leave that negative experience, which was also one of the reasons why I decided I had to scale this and I had to give this a shot. So when we started with them, I made it very clear to everyone who came on board, to everyone who joined us, that we always need to leave and always have our customers be less happy. If a customer is unhappy with an experience, we always try to make it up to them. We try to find out the root cause, and we try within our best means to make it right, even if it means like delivering another box, or sometimes like taking a bit of a loss, because we feel the experience is the most important. And it's what makes you stand out. And people spend money on your product, so they want to get value out of it. And more so than that, they like the human touch. So I think that's what helps the word of mouth spread as well. And word of mouth is really your best like marketing and best validation of whether or not your product has longevity in the space lah. So we really pride ourselves in that. And the other thing would also be to communicate things often and early. If let's say you were going to have a delivery delay, or if you already have a delivery delay, I'll get the team to personally call the customers as well to make sure that, and to basically explain, not find excuses, but to let them know that we're sorry, you know, we really understand you needed this today, but something happened and therefore we couldn't fulfill. So most people are understanding and not demanding. To be very fair, I haven't really had a very negative customer experience. I haven't really had any negative customer that came through, even if they were unhappy. If you talk to them, they are usually okay. You know, we are humans after all, right? We reciprocate, the genuinity, and when you take time. So I think that's what's the most important. Yeah, when people feel that, you know, I don't just buy from you, I give you the money and then you forget about me.
Well, definitely very well said. I think, you know, trying to please everyone in our lives are really difficult. What more about customers, right? And so to have in-depth knowledge on our customers is definitely, I would say, a very core, important part in crafting any business plans. So Daniel, any other courses that you'd like to share with us?
Yes, as I was mentioning earlier, and Ling will probably talk about it a bit later, right? That the LHUB has dedicated their whole organization to developing courses to really help people in many areas, you see. And so I spoke to you about the business model canvas and how your business need to be agile. But at the end of the day, there's this statement which says, you probably heard about it a million times, right? The customer is always right. Even if they are wrong, they are still right. I know it's an unfair world, but the truth is, right, if you take away your customers, then who are you? You're nobody, is it? So the thing is that when you start a business, are you starting the business for your own self-glorification, or are you starting the business because you really want to serve your customers? So we have a program which is called Know Your Customers Through Human-Centered Approach. Sometimes we call it HCD, which also means human-centered design, right? And it provides a lot of business benefits. It's how you can be creative, how you can satisfy the customer's unspoken need, not what the customer telling you. So like what Fiona just said, right? She didn't have a negative customer, and she also mentioned that, you know, sometimes we talk to the customers, they may even voice out their, it may look like grievances, but it could be concern. It could be concerned because I still want your business. So, Fiona, I still love your bread. I still love your baked items, right? It's just I feel that there are areas that you can improve upon. Right? So how receptive are you? Is it? So the key to it is what we call intellectual humility. We need to be humble when you become a business owner, right? To really understand your customer. They are the seed of your success. So if your customer walks out from your store or after using your service and they're unhappy, right, it's a reflection on your inability to convince them otherwise. So this is where you need to do idea generation. You need to do what we call usability tests. And most importantly, finding out what are the customer's unspoken needs. Unspoken needs are things that the customer are not telling you, but the customer is in some way sort of like implying that, hey, this is something you should know, you should understand, you should give it to me. So we have this course which we'll share with you how you can do things like ethnographic research or by passive observation and discovering how customers use your product or your services, and then through that how you can iterate to make it better, more useful, rather than when there's a complaint and then you start making the changes. And if you look at it, there are many businesses run their business in that manner. Only when the customer complains, then they take a lot of steps to overcome it. Now, why wait? When this happens? Why do we do that? Why can't we actually try to solve it even before it happens in the first place? So this is one course that you may want to consider if you are really keen on opening up a business. Right.
Thank you, Daniel. I would say that, having the people touch, the personal touch is definitely very essential for anyone who is in this service industry, especially when you want to start up a brand new business on your own. Now, I can see that Fiona has definitely started with her own skill sets as well as tools, with a very strong mindset, that has helped her being elevated to where she is right now. So on top of all of these wonderful information that we've learned today, Link, would there be any other courses that you would also like to recommend to us?
Yes, hi. Yes, Corinne. Okay, at LHUB, actually we aim to share with our learners how to adopt an experimental mindset. How with an experimental mindset, like it can help learners, right, to thrive in the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. So we have this course called Cultivating an Experimental Mindset, which you will learn. Okay, in this VUCA world today, right? How does one view these challenges? Okay, how does experimental mindset work? Okay, so what are the attitudes of an experimental mindset? Yeah, and you will learn how to try and think and learn. Yeah, and how it leads to personal success.
All right, thank you so much, Link. Now, personally, I really agree with all of you that it's very essential for all of us, whether or not you want to start a business, you need to have a very open mind, and you need to be very receptive to new ideas, especially in this ever-changing world. Your beliefs and your way of thinking definitely determines your behavior, your outlook, and also how you interpret and respond to situations in your businesses. Now, again, a reminder to all of you who are joining us today, thank you so much. We hope that all of you have learned all these nuggets of information. If you have any questions for any of our panelists, okay, then please use the Q&A chat box to key in your questions. We'll do our best to answer all of them as much as possible within the time constraint, okay? And of course, don't forget, we have prepared some attractive prizes for all of you, okay? First of all, we do have we've been talking to Fiona a lot, so I believe all of you would love to try Wisdom's Baked Goods. All right, so we are going to let you enjoy a 10% off your final bill when you check out at Wisdom, and the promo code is LHUB10. Okay, it's already being placed into the chat box, so everybody, you can check it out right now. LHUB10. Okay, so all you need to do is to head over to wisdom.com to check out, and of course, remember to add promo code before you make payment. All right, and of course, I believe some of you have already been asking about the different kinds of LHUB courses available. Thank you so much. If you are interested, you can also send us an inquiry through the QR code, or you can contact us at the number on screen to find out more about the courses. Okay, can we have the QR code, please? As well as the number on screen. We're gonna share it with you in just a bit. That's right, okay? So if you'd like to, you can just take a screen capture of this. So what's gonna happen is that you'll be connecting with Link, one of our speakers for today. Or perhaps you're a bit like, I still don't quite know what kind of courses I could take. Then don't worry, just have a chat with Link and he will be able to advise you accordingly, all right? So be sure to take down the number on screen so that you will be able to get in touch. All right, so as you are taking down on this screen, right, I just want to tell you guys, yes, like promised, we do have very exclusive prizes for all of you. That is FairPrice e-vouchers. So what we're going to do in just a bit, everybody, we are going to play a Kahoot Quiz. So this is a matter of speed and accuracy. We will be telling you more later on. And on top of that, we will also be giving you a 10% off your final bill at Wisdom. Once again, the promo code is LHUB10, LHUB10. All right, so we are going to start the Kahoot game in just a bit. So third prize winner gets $50 FairPrice e-voucher. Second prize winner gets $100 FairPrice e-voucher. And of course, top prize gets $200 FairPrice e-voucher. So later on, we have limited numbers available for the Kahoot quiz due to the platform restrictions. So of course, you need to be fast, okay? So what we're gonna do is that later on, we're gonna share a screen and I'll need you to enter the game, register as per your webinar name so that we can identify you and give you the prizes accordingly, all right? So I hope all of you have captured that. Can we start the Kahoot quiz, please? Right? We need to unshare the screen and then share the Kahoot quiz. Yes, can we have the Kahoot quiz, please? All right. Okay, so everybody, if you could just head on over, you could go to kahoot.it. The game pin is 8671004. Okay, I see that some of you are already signing in. Remember, you do need to sign in with the name you sign up for this webinar, okay, so that we will be able to identify you. And of course, very attractive prizes are for grabs. Third prize winner, $50 FairPrice e-voucher. Second prize winner, $100 FairPrice e-voucher. And finally, for the champion, who's going to walk home with $200 FairPrice e-voucher. I only wish that I can join in with you guys, okay? Remember, this is a matter of speed and accuracy. So you guys need to be fast. You need to be accurate. So good luck, okay? So of course, I understand that some of you have been asking questions about whether this webinar will be shared online. Yes, we will be posting it on YouTube eventually, but do give us some processing time. I think easily about perhaps 2 weeks. So just hang on in there. And of course, if you've got any questions for us to answer later on, we still have a Q&A after this Kahoot quiz. So don't go just yet, you know, whether or not you won money, just hang in there with us. We'll be trying to take on some questions, all right? All right, so I see now that we have 99 people or 100 already. Yes, yes, yes. So be sure to head over. So yes, enter the game pin, okay, so that you can actually join us. 109. I see that we have 176 participants. I think all of you can join. If I'm not wrong, Kahoot can take up to 200 packs. So everybody just join, because you never know if you may just be the lucky winner. All right. So it's going to be a very simple quiz later on. We only have a few questions. Some of them, I would say it's quite easy. You just need to be very quick with your fingertips. All right. We'll just give you a bit more time to fill up and join in. So yes, I see quite a lot of questions via Q&A as well. So to our panelists, perhaps you can look at the Q&A questions first. All right, so that we'll be picking out some of them to answer in just a bit. All right, last 10 seconds for you to join in the Kahoot quiz. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Anybody, if you're still trying to join in, you better text me so that I'll know, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I see something still popping up. I'm still thinking, should I just hang on a bit? Okay, we will give you a bit of time, okay? Because we have 123, 24, thereabout. All right, last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's start the quiz, please. All right, good luck, everybody. Remember speed and accuracy, okay? The quiz question number 1, which of the following benefits can you enjoy while shopping online with FairPrice? Okay, triangle, online exclusive promotion, circle, earn and redeem link points, diamond, free delivery above $79, or square, all of the above. Okay, quickly key in your answers. There's a time limit, speed and accuracy, everybody. All right, the time is up. Very good. Okay, most of you have gotten it correct. The answer is all of the above. All right, let's see the scoreboard right now. How does it look? Wow, Tying, very good. You have clinched the top spot for now. Let's see if you can hold on to it all the way, okay? Next question, please. What can you do with the FairPrice app? Triangle, order groceries to be delivered to your home. Diamond, make payments in FairPrice stores. Circle, checkout plus membership rewards. Or square, all of the above. I like how some of you are putting your answers into the chat box. Remember, if you're joining the Kahoot, you need to key in on the Kahoot platform, okay? Okay, yes, the correct answer is all of the above, okay? And wow, Tying and David are still at the top. Clement and Winnie are catching on. Okay, good luck, guys. All right, next one. When you order groceries online from FairPrice, how fast can the order be delivered? Ooh. Okay, as fast as 2 hours for selected locations, as fast as 2 hours for all locations, as fast as 1 day for all locations, or as fast as 3 days for selected locations. Okay, so which one will it be? Right? Aha, the correct answer is as fast as 2 hours for selected locations, okay? Like we mentioned before, NTUC FairPrice, we pride on efficiency. So don't worry, we will try to get you all of your purchases as soon as possible, all right? Wow, Tying, you are really very fast. You're just like holding on very firmly to your top spot, huh? Okay, Clement, you are not too far away. Good luck. Okay, next. Which of the following products can you find online at FairPrice? Wagyu beef, baby stroller, dog health supplement, or all of the above? I must say that the questions are really quite simple, huh? Come on, come on. Speed and accuracy, guys. Speed and accuracy, guys. Just a bit more. Very good. Okay, most of you have gotten this correctly. So NTUC FairPrice is your one-stop shop for everything you need under the roof, okay? So yes, wow, Tying is just like, I'm gonna get that $200. She's not letting go of her first prize, okay? Holding on very firmly, all right? Next one. Which of this isn't a benefit enjoyed by FairPrice Digital Club members? Okay, waive service fee with orders above $79, handsome shirtless delivery man, members exclusive promotions, and earn 2 times link points on online delivery orders. Okay, which one is it? Ah, the banner here is already a telling sign for that one of the options is wrong, huh? Yes, yes. Okay, so the correct answer is handsome shirtless delivery man. So FairPrice, would you be considering to expand your customer satisfaction in the future? Maybe it's something that we can all consider. Huh? Okay. Yes. So now we are going to find out. Joyce in 3rd place, and in 2nd place, David, and in 1st place, I think I know who it is. Tying, congratulations. Okay, so Tying, David, and Joyce. Okay, do me a favor. Step 1, take a screen capture of your handphone so that we know that you are the correct winner. And then step 2, send us a private message via the Zoom chat box, okay, with your personal details so that we will be able to reach out to you and be able to gift you the prizes accordingly, all right? Once again, a very big congratulations to Tying, David, and Joyce. Thank you so much. Okay, all of you will be walking away with all these exclusive prizes that FairPrice has so kindly provided. All right, so thank you very much. Can we unshare the screen, please? Okay, I see that Tying is very fast. She has already messaged us. Thank you, Tying. Okay. We've got the other two winners also. Be sure to send us. Okay. So yes. Before we end this webinar, we do have our Q&A, and of course, we also have a survey link which we will be put into the chat very shortly. Okay. So everybody, once again, don't forget to check out all of our exclusive promos. Okay. Let's check out the Q&A right now. The first question is probably to Link. Okay, Link. Somebody anonymous is asking, okay, should I consider registering my business with ACCRA, or should I go freelancing on an individual basis when starting up? Any courses or tips on how to do business registration? Looks complicated with so many entity types and ACCRA regulation.
Okay, hi. Hi, anonymous and Terry. All right. So, unfortunately, we do not have any courses which would teach on business registration with ACCRA. However, we do have modules to help you plan, to implement business plan, and of course to monitor income and expenses. Okay, so these are the some of the courses for aspiring entrepreneurs, okay, who wants to start a business. I'll recommend you to take up these two modules. So if you want to find out more, you can text me at my number.
Hi, Link, can I add on to that, right?
Yeah, sure, Daniel.
That's a free legal advice because I am a former lawyer, right?
That's great. Thank you.
The
Daniel.
process of registering for ACCRA is not as difficult as what make it out to be, right? In fact, I'm going to just put a link in the chat, right? You can just go online and check out this particular webpage called ACCRA.gov.sg, and it's very user-friendly. In fact, you can go in, and in fact, you can even request for someone to call you back to assist you in the process on how you can register a business via ACCRA. Online home business is for some kind of business is very doable and it's not expensive, right? Just some advice now. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Daniel and Link. Okay. The next question is to Fiona. Okay, Fiona, I'm not sure. Do you work alone or do you have business partners with you?
My dad is my business partner.
Okay. So I'm not quite sure if then this would be a correct question to be asking you. Somebody's asking, how do you select your business partners and how do you know whether or not they're the right people to work with?
So before my dad, I did have an initial discussion with another business partner that I was trying to onboard. So we agreed. We weren't sure whether or not we could work well together. So we agreed on like a 3-month trial first to try and see whether or not it's something that works for me, it's something that works for him. So I think ultimately it's really between you and your business partner, right? What's the role that you're going to play and what's the role that he or she is going to play? Is he or she coming in just as an investment partner, so just to give you the money and you run the show, or does the person want to be like an active partner where he or she actually contributes time and therefore like one sweat equity out of the business and your split, right? And my suggestion is to always find someone with complementing skill set. So say for instance, if you are someone who is very big picture, then you a lot of ideas and etc. So you want to find someone who is very operational, can be on the ground, more meticulous and etc. You need to know yourself, what you're lacking in terms of skill set. And I go by I practice the strength finders approach, right? Because you know your own strengths and you know your own weaknesses. Now, would you rather capitalize on your strength and also build on your weakness? Or would you rather capitalize on your strength and find someone else who is strong in your areas of weakness? So that's the approach that I've always taken when it comes to running my business, right? We know what we are good at. We are good at producing cookies. We are good at producing brownies. What are we not so good at? We are not so good at the Singapore Met, for instance, the logistics planning, which is the most efficient route. So for all the things that we are not so good at, we outsource them. For the things that we are good at, we continue building up, innovating on new flavors, creating new ideas, building conversations with our clients, things like that. Yeah, I hope that answers your questions. I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think you have definitely provided some insight. Looking for a business partner it's not easy. It's like a
Going to
marriage.
marriage.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
really like marriage, right? I mean, it's like you think you know the person well enough, but until you start working together, then you realize that unfortunately there will be some differences regardless, right? So it's all about how you navigate things along the way. And I think it's a common thing in business. All right. Okay. Back to Link. Sam is asking, do you have any courses on managing a hawker store?
Hi Sam, hi Karine. Okay, so unfortunately we do not have any hawker uh, hawker modules as of yet. But likewise, like I shared earlier, if you let's say you want to start up, right, it will be good to take up two modules: implement business plan and monitoring expenses lah. So you will learn the finance side and how to maybe plan before you go into this hawker business. Yeah. So if you are interested, you can text me at 8750-1987. Thank you.
Thank you, Ling. But Ling, don't go away just yet, okay? Because
yeah, definitely.
I do see quite a few questions about home kitchen related business. I think
Okay.
some of our attendees that want to make something at home, F&B related. Anything about food safety courses that they could look into?
Definitely. Okay, we have a food safety course, which is 1 day. So let's say we have it both virtually and face-to-face lah. So you can choose, you can select. Okay, so for people who don't like virtual classes, right? There's actually classes in our unit. So if you're interested in this food safety course, you can let me know as well. Yeah, and for people who are interested to learn, okay, how to bake, okay, or bread, cookies, muffins, or even if they are interested to open up maybe to start up from scratch without any knowledge on baking, we do have a lot of very good baking modules as well.
Okay, sure. Okay, so of course, everybody, especially if you're dabbling in the F&B and you're doing it from home, I highly encourage that you go and learn about the food safety course, because when I was hosting another event for LHUB, I learned that, wow, even plastic bags, there are different kinds of categorization. So there's really a lot of information for you to pick up. Definitely very good and very useful. Okay, so Fiona, somebody was asking the promo code, can they use it in store because they want to buy more?
Oh, actually, if you go down the next couple of weeks, whether at Takashimaya, Havelock 2, or Alexandria Central, we are doing a buy 5 free 1 promo in stores. So if you're coming in stores, go for the buy 5 free 1.
Okay, sure. Sounds good. I'll try to go over later after work. Okay. Okay. Tom is asking, to win over customers, will you come up with new products or stick with old products? This is not so easy one.
Okay, so this is a question that we dabble with like really every day, right? Now, it depends on the customer that you're going for. So are you looking to expand your brand reach, or are you looking to grow your brand relationships? Now, why I say that? Because we classify our customers into two categories: your new customers, people who have never tried your product, and your existing customers, people who have tried and are looking for something new, and you want to keep that brand loyalty. So as a business owner, you have to consider at that stage in your business, right, what do you want to grow? You cannot, with limited resources, you cannot do both at the same time. Not that you cannot, it will be very difficult and you will need a very big team too. Now, once you have decided which path to take, then you think about, okay, let's say for instance, I want to focus on bringing new customers. So if I want to bring in new customers, my existing product categories, the existing things that I offer, is it enough to entice them to make a purchase from me? So for instance, if you're selling a chocolate cupcake and another person is selling a chocolate cupcake, what is your differentiating factor? So it's not so much of, oh, I want to sell cupcakes and I start a cupcake business, right? But more of what is going to make your cupcake business different. Is it your packaging? Is it your frosting? Low sugar? Are you gluten-free? And etc. So then if you are thinking of driving existing customer relationships, right? That's where you explore more, or rather explore the product verticals, as I'll call it. Can you offer like more cupcake flavors or more cupcake varieties? For instance, you do a fruity one, you do one that is plant-based, without eggs, vegan. You do one that is you introduce more flavors. So customers who have already tried, you have already acquired them, they are no longer new, and then they want to like, hey, try more stuff because they enjoyed it the first time. So that's how you build that relationship with them constantly coming back. So you need to have a plan as to, okay, this month or for the next 3 months, what are you going to focus on? And that is one of the things that I think has been very effective in helping us grow our target audience.
Right. Thank you very much, Fiona. So to Daniel and Link, some of our viewers have commented that, it's so tough trying to start a business. What more about winning over competition? Would you have any courses that provide insights? How exactly could you understand the market better, and how could you win over the customers? Any courses to recommend?
The courses that I mentioned earlier, one of them is knowing your customer through the human-centered approach, and the other one, business agility. They are entry-level courses, and it's very effective in putting the right mindset if you have doubts about whether you should take the first step forward into starting a business. As I mentioned, the starting the business is not as difficult as what people make it out to be. Registering a business with ACCRA is actually very smooth. In the process, the key challenge is whether you can really satisfy your customers' need, and that's when you really need to start looking at it. Like I said, it's like having a baby, right? And you may notice a business is like a baby that never grows up. So you need to know how to give it the tender, loving care, and you have to ensure that you put in the right level of effort. So the journey that Fiona took us through is a very nice indication of the challenges some of us you may possibly face when you start the business. But you never know, you may have that $1 million idea in your head that you just need the one thrust forward to start it easy.
Yes, in fact, Chloe has just mentioned setting up a business is considered the easier part. To sustain it is the real challenge. Okay, Fiona is like quietly nodding, agree. Okay, yes. Of course, I do see there's quite some questions that are very specific. Okay, so I'm just gonna clump a few of them together. Link, do you have any courses on spa and massage business? And then also, how do we know if home-related F&B, do they need to get any form of licenses, or the food safety course, is it compulsory? Would you be able to share any insights on this, please?
Right, for spa and massage services, right, we do not have any courses on that. And for home-based food business, right, it is advisable to get this food safety certification. Right?
Yeah, I think in general, we all know that the Singapore authorities have been quite strict, and especially when it comes to food safety, and we definitely don't want anybody to have digestive issues or health issues. So we would very much recommend that you actually take out all of these health safety courses to gain a better understanding of yourself. What are some of the processes that you need to take note of, especially during COVID? I would think that a lot of more consumers are more concerned about food safety naturally. All right. Okay, let me just see if I could just squeeze in 1 or 2 more questions. Okay, so back to Fiona, right? Fiona, do you have any insights on distribution channels, delivery? How do you actually work all of that out? Some people are asking very specific questions, but perhaps just give us a general outlook.
Okay. So when it comes to distribution channels, right, I think it really depends on your product, the product you are selling, and what role you want to play. Do you want to play the wholesaler role, for instance? Then you are in B2B, right, where you just work with like NTUC, for instance, to market your product. So then you don't need to do the sales and marketing on your own, because you'll be on the shelf. You just have to supply to the different mama shops and etc. So that's one way, or one distribution channel. You could also do like supplies to cafes, that works as well. So that's another distribution channel. And then you can also, maybe you prefer rather to market direct to consumer. So that is another distribution channel. Now you can do all of it, but it's not, if you are starting it at an onset, it's not easy to do everything at one time. So my suggestion would be to really zoom in into when you're thinking about your business, right? Which areas you want to grow, where do you see your competitive advantage is, where it's more competitive, where do you have an edge, and then you do the evaluation. So it's not really like okay, today I want to start a business and then I decide to do this, but you have to weigh out. There are many ways to do this. Say for instance, right, Wisdom, we sell cookies and brownies direct to consumer. Now, if we decide that, hey, you know what, actually, I want to sell to more people instead. Maybe I sell them frozen and then I supply them to NTUC instead. That itself is another distribution channel, which we might have down the road. Is that something that we want to focus on right now? If I need to supply to all the NTUCs, my kitchen don't have the capacity, right? So then you have to plan your roadmap to expansion. Okay, what is the timeline you have to make sure that your capacity is up to speed? And then when you're up to speed, what's the timeline you have to enter like the supermarkets, the mama shops, supplying to the cafes and etc. So the most important thing I think you need as a business owner is discipline, because you own your time. The good thing is that you own your time. The bad thing is that you own your time, because if you end up procrastinating, then you just let yourself like fizzle away, right? So I make sure I have a goal. I do goal setting with myself. Like at work, you do goal setting with your boss. At home, I do goal setting with myself. Am I on track? Is my team on track? Are we expanding? Are we learning? Where are the bottlenecks? And how do we grow from here? Because it's easy to just start something, like Chloe mentioned, right? But the path forward, after someone has tried, after you have exhausted your customer base, then what's next? So all these are the things that you will have to think about. And I do think that NTUC does have a lot of courses that they have shared today, right? In fact, I didn't even know that LHUB had so many courses. So after today, I'm like, wow, there is actually a wealth of information out there that can help you, that will benefit you. And you know, these are things that I would maybe 5 to 10 years ago, we don't have these things, or rather they are not as expensive as it is today. So yeah, tap on those to learn.
Thank you so much, Fiona. And of course, a very big thank you to each and every single one of you. We do see a lot of overwhelming questions, and we thank you for that. You can tell that a lot of you are very engaged in this conversation that we are having. Even on a Sunday morning, it's very heartening to see that all of you are so like motivated and encouraged. Okay, so of course, everybody, if you have enjoyed yourselves, okay, don't forget that we have some exclusive promo codes to share with you. First of all is the $8 off minimum $70 spent on baby products. You can use the promo code THIB8. This is available for FairPrice, NTUC FairPrice. Okay, and of course, this is available till 3rd May. Plus, we also have 10% off your bill at Wisdom. The promo code is LHUB10, LHUB10, okay? So if you've enjoyed yourself, you can also take a screen cap of all 4 of us right now, post it on your social media, help us tag Wisdom, tag FairPrice, tag NTUC LearningHub, like what, all of us have been learning throughout this session. There's so many wonderful courses for you to explore out there, many of which are payable via Skills Future Credit. Okay, so that's really, really good. And at the same time, I think it's really great for somebody to just hold your hand and give you some form of assurance when you're navigating into the unknown world. So don't worry, we are all here for you. I know that some of you have very specific questions about like, how much money do I need for startup? What should I do with my business? Because these are very specific on a case-by-case basis, which is why we did not take them on for this particular Q&A session. But if you'd like to, you can always reach out to Link and he will be able to advise better, or at least he could direct you to the relevant courses where the trainers will be able to provide you insights, okay?